Lý. So that is beef stir fry with bông thiên lý. It's the flour, Vietnamese, one of Asian flour. I Google it and it says it's cow sleep. Cow sleep flour. I don't know why called cow sleep, but actually bông thiên lý is one of the royalty flour in Vietnam. And today I'm going to show you step by step how to make this delicious stir fry with beef. If you don't have, you can find this kind of flour, then just use like broccoli, right? But let's get into it. I have about 500 grams of beef. This is flank right now, so I'm gonna show you how I slide them out. That's gonna make the beef, soft and not too chewy to eat. So the flank, you see the line, right? So what we do, we cut again it, okay? So at first I'm gonna cut them out like this first, and right here. So I start from here, and you bend your knife about 45, and then you go like this, but you cut again it, okay? Don't cut like this, otherwise it's gonna be too chewy. Here we go. You get a piece like this, don't cut too thick, okay? It will cook really quick. Is done cutting, so we're going to marinate them, okay? I'm gonna marinate them really simple, but before we marinate them, I'm gonna show you that we need some garlic first. With the garlic, what I do, I crush them out a bit. Chop them out. I like my garlic, I still want to bite into it. Then you set them aside. So over here, I'm gonna use 2 types of onions today. You can use only, regular onion, cooking onions, but I love salad. So I will put a little bit of salad into it as well when I do the beef, because it gives me more flavor. But you can skip this part and just use regular onion, that's fine. And I will let them sit together with my garlic. Red onions, like I said, you actually can use just regular cooking or Spanish onions, but because we make it into like salad, so I think red onion is sweeter. So I would use red onion today, but just half of it. You don't, you like onion and then you use the entire thing. I do like it, but not that much. So I will use half of them, clean it. Slide them out. Over here, I have some spring onions, and I also have some cilantro. So what I do, I just prepare them first and just set them aside, and later on we just mix everything together. Cilantro, after you wash them nicely, clean them already, you can cut them about this size. Right. So when we mix them, into the salad later, it's really nice. The flavor, oh, beautiful. But Vietnamese, we love spring onions like a lot. We use it on our salad, on topping with our soup and other stir fry to give a lot of flavor. I'm actually gonna chop them finer. Okay. With our cilantro. chicken powders for 500 gram of beef. I would use 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of amici, about 1 teaspoon. I have this spoon a bit big, just about 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce. Soy sauce, I would use 1 spoon. Cooking wine, or just if you don't have cooking wine, just use red wine, that's fine. 1 teaspoon. You know, cooking oil is fine. This oil is just my color oil with anota seed. So just about 1 teaspoon. Last but not least, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. We're going to mix this one all well together and let them rest at least 15 minutes before we cook them. Over here, just use a frying pan. I would recommend something that's non-stick, right? So put your heat on high, okay, extremely high. And I'm gonna pour in here about at least just half teaspoon of oil because we're going to need butter. Over here I have about 15 milligram. Oh, they say 1 tablespoon. You can have a little bit more or less. That's okay. Melt it out. Soon as the butter just melted all out already, we're gonna throw in here our chopped salad and garlic. Oh, smells so good already. About a minute or less, and then I will throw all my beef in here. Look at that. Constantly stir them well together. This is after a minute, keep stir them all well together, okay? This will cook in about 3 minutes in high heat. All right, it's about to cook. You don't have to wait for them to be completely cooked. And then the next step is we're gonna throw our flour in here. If you don't like the flour, you can just throw the rest of the, onion, the Spanish onion or red onion that we already chopped out in here, and then stir them for another 30 seconds, and the dish is ready to serve. But today we go in to stir them with our special flour. It's called bông thiên lý or bông thiên lý. Oh, this is one of my favorite. I haven't eaten this one for 20 years already. So throw them all in here. So cooking time in total with the meat, after you put the meat in, is roughly about 5 minutes. We go. When I see after a minute of stir them all well together, I will throw the rest of my onion in here and mix all well together for another 30 seconds. If you can find the flour, you can replace it with like broccoli. You cut your broccoli a little bit small. And it's ready. Turn it off. Okay, I'm gonna use a bowl. I need a plate or something nice. And we're gonna serve them. Beautiful. We're gonna garnish them with, some green onions and of course cilantro. Let's get into it. I'm gonna try it first. Ta-da, here the flour. The beef with the flour and a bit of the onions. Oh. Amazing combination. And and when you garnish them with all the herb in here, the onion, cilantro, spring onions, so good. Get a bowl of rice.